This is going to be on communication strategies, which is something you can use at almost every level. I'm John Plagens. I lived in Japan. It's going to be, I went in 1977, so it's going to be 40 years since I went there next year. 2 years back in grad school and then back to Japan again. So.
That's awesome.
And I'm a missionary kid. I grew up in the Philippines, so most of my life has been in Asia. You know, yes. Ed Hiloka knows, okay, so yes. But let's look at communication strategies. And I want to give you handouts, and I'm going to make you my students to practice with each other. Is that okay? So you know how I use these techniques and these handouts here. So if you want to take a look, we will start. And this is the way that I teach these, and then this is the way that I use them again. Communication strategies, if you're at all involved with non-native speakers or even native speakers. And I'll tell you why again. Beginners, interpreters, presenters, English-only classrooms. Has anyone done interpretation? Yeah, you have, okay. So you know when you're interpreting, you may not have just the right word or the exact word, but you have to find a good logical way to explain. Or to paraphrase it, and so you'll see those things. So let's keep on going here. Let me give you just a couple of theoretical underpinnings to communication strategies. In learning a language, what is the most important thing is vocabulary. Vocabulary, vocabulary, vocabulary. And if you have the vocabulary, you could probably make yourself understood, even if your grammar is not exactly perfect. Right? So words are there, you can kind of put them together. And these are just some of the techniques that people use. I've asked Ayanta, by the way, let me just put an aside here, to post all of our PowerPoints on the website so that all of you can access them later and use the materials. So these are the different ways that we explain words, and we're going to practice some of these, okay? Synonyms, beautiful, of course you can see means nice, and giving the opposites. Here's a definition where you give the category and explain it, okay? What the group it belongs to, giving examples, we're going to practice these, and function, and of course sometimes you do have grammatical explanations and those things as well. So these are just some of the ways that we use, that beginners use to explain things to each other, and we use these even in our own daily life as native speakers. We use these as well. So the first sheet I'm going to give you is one I used way back when I was in grad school, but it's just been a very useful one. So if you could please take a copy, and feel free to take this. Just a very good sheet, and I walk through it with my students, and I'll show you, okay, I always use it, I'll leave these here for them to come later. So these are the strategies that we use, communication strategies, the way to accomplish something. And the phrase is, of course, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a bicycle, it's like something. Like something. And in many languages there are English loan words, and there's also other words that they use differently from English. And in Japan there are many, many words like that. So this of course is picture F, you can see down there. And in Japanese they call this a kickstand. That's not what we say in English, is it?
No.
Kickstando. So that's why you use something like this to explain that it's a scooter instead. Okay, so that's what it's like a bicycle, okay? The next one to explain what the category it belongs to, it's a kind of, right? A kind of boat, okay? And of course this is picture A, so students may not know the word. Strategy 3 is something that children use all the time. What's that for? What's that for? What's that for? And you give the example then, of course, the function. Okay, I don't know what it's called, but it's used for cutting wood. And strategy 2 would be, it's a kind of, what? Tool, right? It's a kind of tool. It's used for, most native speakers would understand. Okay, gotcha, like that, okay, so. When it's used and who uses it, okay, interesting picture, right? Yeah. It's used by police officers, it's used by police when they have to catch a bad person and keep him controlled or her controlled, like that, okay? So you can see that there too. Okay, so thank you, yeah, there you are, okay? So that's the next strategy there too, okay? Strategy number 5, of course, we can see it. Where do you see it? When do you see it? What season? What place do you see something? You can see there. So we can see it in a Christian church. unfortunately, you can see it on many people today because they wear it just as an accessory rather as anything else, you know, yeah. It's in Japan, of course, it's just become, unfortunately, a piece of jewelry.
Yeah. Sometimes
Thanks to Madonna.
Sometimes in
Yeah.
Bangkok.
So, okay, and then strategy number 6, it's part of something like that. So it's part of, okay. And strategy number 7, what's it made of? What's it made from? And what's it made with sometimes, right? So I give examples, right? It's made of metal, okay? Ice cream is made from milk, and the cake is made with sugar, flour, you know, things. So the ingredients that go together, the parts that it has to describe the object then, okay? So you can see the different parts that it has. And the way that I do this, okay? So the way that I do this is that I often will give out vocabulary words to explain, and I'll ask my students to give several examples. And when everyone understands, they raise their hand to show that they've understood what we're talking about. So for example, picture D. They often don't know the word for picture D. How would you begin to explain that? So yes, picture D, A, B, C, D. You see D, what would you begin?
Kind of a container.
It's a kind of container, yeah.
It's used for carrying water.
It's used for carrying water, yeah. In Japan, sometimes beer, milk, you see, okay. What else is unique? Describe it. What does it have?
It has a thumb hole, a finger.
Yeah, it has a handle, some kind of a handle. What's a handle for? It's for picking things up at the top, okay. It's a kind of large, what's it made of? Glass, sometimes plastic, yeah. Yes, like that. And so you use these strategies, and when everybody understands, and they raise their hand. And when everybody's got their hand raised, and I especially use it for things that are only in Japan or only in your country, because you can't use your own language, Japanese, to explain Japanese terms. And so the students will listen to descriptions in English about something that they know, and then they'll finally, when everybody has his or her hand raised, they do it, okay? So, for example, do you know what a Bismarck is?
Sure.
Okay, don't say it. You know what a Bismarck is? Okay, because you're from the Midwest, probably. Okay, tell them. What is do you know what a Bismarck is? It's English.
I just heard him.
You heard him, yeah? Did you say it already? No.
You want me to tell you?
Describe it. Use strategies. This is a Bismarck.
A Bismarck.
Bismarck. What is a Bismarck? It's a kind of.
It's a roll or a biscuit or it's made of flour and it's baked.
Okay. It's like
usually
a.
sweet.
Okay.
It's often used with coffee,
Mm-hmm.
and it's sometimes has fruit in it, like prune or.
I was thinking it was the name of a battleship.
No, this is a Bismarck, not the Bismarck.
Oh,
Not
okay.
the Bismarck. What's a? Do you know a Bismarck? Now you know.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. In the Midwest, we call a jelly-filled donut a Bismarck. Yes, yes, a jelly-filled donut.
Benchmark.
Benchmark, okay, like that, benchmark, no, Bismarck. Okay, so this is just an example, okay, because if you're not from the Minnesota, the upper Midwest, many people wouldn't know
Right.
what that is, right?
If you're from the Midwest, they might call it a stollen.
Well, stollen is for me Christmas bread, yeah, so yeah, that's, so, yeah. But anyway, so we use these even in our own language, but if you're talking about things only in the Philippines, how would we know unless you use communication strategy? So again, the main thing is that everybody has his or her hand up before you say, what is it? And it's a good game to play with people then, okay? So, yeah, I always enjoy that. Turn your papers over. This is how I save. If you are teachers, most of your non-native students cannot read upside down. So this is a way that you can go into pairs, which we can do even, isn't that nice? And one takes the even and one takes the odd numbers, okay? And you give examples. This is a very common kind of communication strategy. So, you can see the example, A, B, A says, what's your favorite color? Oh, color. You know, red, blue, green, purple. Okay, I got it like that, okay? So, just try 2 or 3 if you want. and put your paper in front of you, yeah. Do you want to try? Here, you can work with Bill. You can work with the
Either
other.
side.
You want, okay.
Okay.
Okay, sure. You know, please try to give examples.
Oh, okay. Sports be like this.
So,
I would know
Let's
this
see, you know, like,
what sport did you say? So you start, yeah, so you take 4, 3, 5, 7, 9, and you take 2, 4, the world is so that's not what I
like
think.
basketball. Oh, okay, very good.
For example, sports. Yes. Basketball, what, give examples,
What
give
is
many
it, what
examples.
is?
Are we supposed to say
Game.
something that's small?
Volleyball,
Like
basketball,
racquet.
tennis, soccer. Number 2.
I was gonna say a small animal like rat.
Okay, are you good at it?
She's supposed to like say.
Are we supposed to
Okay.
give examples?
Yes.
So, for example, yeah, please try. Which one did you try?
Do you have any
Yeah.
hobbies?
Do you have any hobbies? Hobbies? What's a hobby? Can you tell me hobby, for example?
Hobby is like something that you really like to do.
Cross stitch?
Or something
What?
that maybe.
What could you say?
maybe
Collecting
like to have
stamps?
Many of them. So that they have like
Cooking?
different.
Yeah, okay, like that.
That would be a hobby.
Okay.
Or like taking pictures.
Okay, so you understand.
Yeah, we
Okay,
understand.
I'm sure you do. So no problem.
I teach this thing.
Okay, do you have this page?
No,
But take
this is
it
gonna
over.
be older. Trust me, I will, I
Excellent. Good, good,
will.
good. Yes. If you want to, yeah, can you try? What's your favorite time of year? Just what time of year? What's your favorite time of year? For example?
But I know.
Time of year. Time of year. Time of year. So for example, do you like the spring or like summer? Do you like rainy season, dry season? What's your favorite time? Rainy season? Okay. You're all so good. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, okay. Everybody's okay?
Yeah, this is great. I'll take
Good,
this.
good, good, good. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, this will be good for me because most of the time this is.
Okay, nice. Oh, you're so cooperative and good. Okay, so please, are you, everyone okay? Yeah, you understand. So giving examples is a very typical way of
What that
communicating
is.
strategies. Okay, so now, all right, I'm going to give you, okay, fine, all right. Our time will go fast, but I want to give you something else here. And I'm going to give you.
In another city.
ATM.
That's okay.
ATM.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to give you another activity now that we practiced these activities. And I'd like to see, it's wonderful, we are 4 pairs, which is great. So would 4 of you please come and sit inside the circle? So would you, yeah, so, and sit facing.
What, we have to
people.
get up?
Would you please, yes, somebody, every
Oh,
other
we
person
have to
please
get
come
up.
and face the other person there. Is that okay?
Only 4.
Yes, wonderful, but we have pairs. You can stay where you are. However, you want to come, okay, great, yeah, okay, fine, no problem, I see what you did, okay?
I think this is
Great.
where we do the opposite.
I'm going to give you a story picture, okay? So, I'm going to give you a story picture, okay? And I don't want you to show your friends, these are secret. So don't show
Don't
anybody,
show, okay.
And I'll let you just choose one. You might want to cover it with the piece of paper that you have so that people can't see through and see what your story is. Okay. Please choose one, okay? Don't show people. Secret, secret, secret. Secret, 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 okay? Secret, 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 okay? Good. Okay. Let's take number 2. Great, okay.
This works out just right with the keyboard.
This is fine. That's good. Okay, all right. Please look at your story, okay? And you're going to tell the story, and everybody play stupid. Please don't understand some of the words, and ask them to explain what's that. Okay. So don't show the picture. Don't show the picture. It's secret. Okay. Don't look at the pictures. Okay. Please tell your story. And if you don't know something in the story, use a communication strategy
Okay.
to explain what's happening or what it is or something
Great.
like that.
You
Okay?
speak,
You can speak, but don't
Okay.
show the story, but tell the story. Picture, you can see 1, 2, 3,
Go
4.
first.
Okay? So why don't we start with the inside people first,
Oh,
okay?
okay.
So please tell your
Go.
story. Go
Tell
ahead,
your
yeah.
story.
So tell your story.
So,
And if you don't understand, ask the questions, yeah.
So there was a lady going for a walk one day, and she
Go ahead.
sat down
You
in
can
the
start.
park.
No, you can
What's
start.
a park?
Work now, okay. You work together. I'm sorry, you're separate. You're separate.
So she sat down in the park
Well, I still want to
bench,
know
Yeah,
what a
that's
park
okay.
is.
You just-
and she
If you don't
was sitting
understand,
there
ask
for a
questions.
minute at the park bench, and she put her purse down. And then she got up and walked
One
away.
day, so,
But her
There
purse
was a rabbit.
was still on the
There
bench.
were rabbits. And a
So a man came and he saw her
rabbit is
purse
a little
and
animal.
he picked it up and he ran after her.
Here's,
And he said, Miss, here is your purse. You left your
and a
purse.
turtle.
And so she said, thank you. And she gave him some Vietnamese dog
A turtle.
for bringing her
A
purse to her.
turtle is, oh.
Does that make sense?
What's a girdle? Okay, anyway. Okay. Anyway, there's an animal, and then it has.
So what are we doing?
I don't know.
And it's right here.
So you just tell the story, yeah, just so you understand it.
place to
Excuse me.
Yes,
After she told,
you tell your story then. Did you understand her story?
He walks very,
Okay, gotcha, okay.
Anyway, so,
It's a
the
kind of.
rabbit
Okay.
Right, I reward, yeah.
had a race.
Well,
Race is very
black and white.
You run very fast. And at the end, you have a winner.
very large
I realize
space and
that.
empty
Look,
space.
you run very fast. Two people.
Then,
No, they don't understand that.
So
What's a
Okay.
wallet?
Okay, so two, and then you go. And this one. All right, okay, all right. So, the rabbit was very fast. Very fast. Then the turtle was very
but suddenly a young boy
So,
the
the
blind
rabbit said, it will be a long time before the turtle can come up to me where I am, because I'm very
and
fast.
the band downstairs his story of his dream.
Time,
And he
time.
went in he was in the bottom. He could not
So,
see.
the rabbit
And he
fell
was
asleep. Okay, so the rabbit fell asleep.
from the turtle
so
so that he could walk.
Went past the rabbit.
Where's the rest of
The rabbit is sleeping under a tree.
He was able to go around.
The rabbit is here, sleeping under a tree, and the turtle went past.
And
rabbit
what is
didn't
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, you still going? Okay.
Just a little bit.
Okay, just a little more, okay, just a minute or two. Don't show your pictures, they're secret. Secret, 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 don't show each other, don't show, don't show, don't show. They're all secrets.
Oh,
Just be you. All right, what I want you to do now is I'm going to ask everybody to shift one seat to the left. Okay? So, please shift one seat to the left, everyone.
Was
So
she
you,
supposed to tell me a story too?
no, did
Oh, okay.
Carol tell you a story?
No.
Oh, you guys take a long, shift one seat to the left, that's okay. So,
Did
Mary,
it take too
please
long?
sit here, okay, and then you would sit here, okay, so everyone's gonna have a new part, to the left.
I don't think Robin knows how to tell a short
Left,
story.
left, 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 okay, yeah. And Robin and Bella should be different. Everybody should have shifted to the left one. Left, left,
I
left.
shifted to the left.
Just the inside.
Okay, you went, okay, so did,
Oh, just the inside.
everyone has to shift, the whole place should move. Everyone should move to a new seat. Move to a new seat.
I shifted already.
Okay. So he's shift, so everybody has a new partner now. Okay, tell your story again. Go.
Do I have to come?
Inside people, tell yours again. Yes,
Okay.
go again.
Inside story.
The inside people.
There
do
was
that, please.
a rabbit
A young boy,
and a turtle.
young boy.
You understand turtle? Okay, and the rabbit was very fast.
Was walking
And
next
the
to a
turtle
stream.
was very slow.
A river,
Okay?
creek.
The rabbit and the turtle wanted to have
And
a
he
race.
sees the
The
moon
rabbit
on the
said,
stream.
I I will
What is
win
a tree?
because I'm very fast.
I don't understand.
So he starts out and goes very, very fast, but the turtle
He
is slow.
asked the same question.
So the rabbit says, very far in front, I'm going to sleep and take a nap. Okay? Well, while the rabbit was sleeping under the tree, the turtle came. Only the rabbit didn't help because he was asleep. And the turtle won the race because the rabbit
You know
fell
the story.
asleep.
Good. Bella told the story.
And in doing so,
What does it come from? What does it look like? And she's being basket. We correctly
there and you see yourself, suddenly yourself, you see the image of yourself. When you disturb the surface, that
Suddenly
disappeared. As he fell in, he disturbed the water.
Took,
He captured
took the
it,
bag,
not captured it.
what is it?
And the lady
What is a bird?
The man.
A bird is a kind of animal. It has wings, like that thing. It has feathers, like that. So then it's like-
The old man is just
The farmer told
Sometimes
to walk, like a
the farmer
steed.
was the man. Another man. Ride on
Yeah, oh, yes.
He tried to stop and then see this man along the
Still telling that. You can listen.
there was a very large hole. The man tripped so deep that someone fall, meaning they were
fell asleep.
Oh,
While
he
on the
fell,
cart.
oh, okay, he fell.
so what a man walked along the pathway and saw the sign that said danger. So he walked around the man said stop
Okay.
Horse stopped.
No, like he dropped the bag? Okay.
was not safe.
Because he fell, okay.
Was the farmer still there? So the horse was going by himself. The man on the cart. Like there was no direction.
Nice green grass. His arm was him round.
What's a canvas?
Okay, to get her bag.
Yes.
Wow, okay.
Okay.
What was in the
Okay.
bag?
Maybe it's still, let's still
What was
talk.
in the
So
bag? Was, are you talking about a her purse? Like a purse, this kind of bag? Oh, okay, okay.
Or once he was going to.
Okay, can I stop you there? But there's two things I want you to know. One is that this kind of a round robin activity is really nice for retelling stories, and the more you tell the same story, the better you get. But every time it's a different partner, so you're telling somebody who doesn't know.
And I listened to yours.
And you can listen
Since
to other
you didn't
people
get to
too,
hear.
like that.
I heard
But
both.
this configuration, I often use in class. Okay, up, everybody move left again, and they're all moving around the classroom, and everybody has a new partner. So when you tell something,
Was he
the
still
better you
tired?
get. And you try your, okay, so it's sit down and go back to your original seats if you like. And I have another activity.
I like that, that's good.
Thank you, yeah.
So I guess then you get this is
Okay, next.
That's
Well, thank you, Robin. It's just fun to share these things.
Well,
That's nice, you know.
A lot of
Okay,
times
go
I
back
don't
to-
have that help. It's
I'm sorry, your story is, you can look at your stories later if you want.
What was your story, Carol? I'm so sorry.
Okay,
Does she get one?
did I get everyone? I'm sorry, did you have two? Okay, got one, yeah. And this is front and back as well, so, okay. In America, we have cattle brands. These are cattle brands. And a cattle brand has to be unique so that no one can copy. So there are many, many cows in Texas, right? How do you know your cow and my cow? How do we know? There's the brand on the cow, right? Yeah, these are the brands they put on the cow. So the mark, yes, the brand, okay? So brand is a mark for something, okay? And they have to be very, very different so that no one can copy your brand. There's a famous story here, and I think I do have a marker. One time, somebody had his brand was the ZX brand. And he thought, oh, this is a good brand. But then a very bad person came and put another brand over it and did this. And he said, oh, these are my cattle, 6 pointed stars. So your cattle brand must be very unique. No one can change it. Do you understand? Now, how do we explain these brands? Because this is something that we use even in science. When scientists show slides of a presentation, they might show a cell acting or changing. What does it look like? What does it seem to represent? We use these when we don't have a word for it. So I know that even at advanced levels, I've used this for academic papers. So the way I do this activity is somebody chooses a brand and explains, and you can use these words. It looks like or the, okay? With what? At the top, at the bottom, on the side, facing up, facing down. These are some of the words you use, and I'm going to explain one, and when you know which one, please point to it. Don't say it, just point, okay? Are you ready? I'm going to start.
Okay.
I'm going to start, okay? Okay, I'll take an easy one, so I'll give you a challenge. It looks like the letter R with a dish underneath it. Point. Again, it looks like the letter R with a dish underneath. Okay, next. Volunteers go.
You took mine.
I know, that's right. Okay, Carol, please.
It looks like a man standing on a V. A man is standing on a V. The letter V, he's standing on the letter V.
Right here.
Okay, but you know.
Just listen, yeah, so point, just point when you know. Yeah. Like a man standing on or in the letter V, yeah. Okay, everybody else? Okay, next, go. Yes?
It looks like a lazy S or an S on its side with an arrow pointing upwards.
Okay.
Got it? Everyone? Yes? Yes?
Yeah,
Okay.
it looks like a stem of the flower.
Okay.
Stem of a flower? Can you say more?
Flower, you got like the branch, and then there's on the top.
Okay.
Like a
It has two leaves?
Oh.
Two leaves? Okay, yeah. Okay, this one? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, okay, next.
It looks like a picture of an eye with eyelashes.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Okay, yes, okay, yeah. Bella, yeah.
Looks like a horn of an animal.
Ah,
On
interesting, yeah.
Anything else?
Horn.
Anything else?
Yeah.
Uh,
Do you understand? Yeah. Explain more, yeah.
with a looks like a neck.
Okay.
Or
Yes,
with-
yes, like that, okay?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, go ahead, Rebecca.
Okay. It looks like a B that faces to the left and a B that faces to the right. And then it has a rectangle with a circle in the middle of the rectangle.
Thank you. Everybody's got it, yeah. Okay.
I wanted to do this one. It looks like Teacher Robin's first letter of her
Okay.
name with a, you knew I was going to do that, with a smiley face. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It looks like a heart with ivy growing out of it.
Yeah, okay.
Ah, okay, so, a heart with ivy, okay. This is fun because students have to be creative. And they use some amazing ways. For example, the
I like
two letter
this.
B's, they said, it looks like 4 chairs at a table with a plate in the middle.
Oh,
That's some of the
yeah.
that's some of the ways that they've done it.
Yeah.
And so,
Yes,
this forces students to be very creative.
This looks like a cloud with an upside down T.
Exactly, or it has a handle at the bottom,
yeah,
or
a
something,
handle.
who knows, like this, okay? So again,
That's cool.
these are things that you have to use, these kinds of communication strategies, okay? And you have to be inventive, which is very good for
I love
EFL,
it. This
ESL
is
learners, so
great.
please take that with you also, okay?
Absolutely.
On the back is another review of communication strategies. These are other ways that you can use. So that's just for your information. Our time is almost up, but I'll try one more thing, okay?
Wow, that's
And,
sad.
I promise not to keep you late for lunch. That's one thing that you don't want to ever do, okay? So, again, this is a really fun
I want
exercise. So
this to
describe it.
continue on, okay?
Thank you. Yes, okay, so please take one of these here for yourselves. Okay. Okay, and you're embarrassing it to me. Here. Okay, and here. And okay. Okay, so first at the top, write down the names of 3 friends that you know. Please tell me real people. Think of real people, 3 friends that you know. Your friend, no, not classmates, but some friends you know. Please write their names. Think of your friends back in Australia, Philippines, if people that you know. Write their names down. Write down their names, okay.
I'll keep this blank,
Yeah.
someone's writing it on.
I'll give you extra copies, that's okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, if you want, yeah. Okay, you have 3 friends' names? 3 people you know? Please write their names. 1, 2, 3. Here's at the top here. Please write their names, okay? Interesting, okay? That's okay. 3 friends. Okay? Everybody has 3 friends? Okay. Okay, so now look at the bottom of the paper. It says you and your partner are going to have a dinner party, and you will each invite 3 friends to the party. Decide where each person should sit, and each person should sit next to someone interesting. Think about their ages, jobs, hobbies, personalities. Please describe them. Use communication strategies to explain them, and make a good seating chart for your party. So you have A, here's A and B, so this is you, this would be maybe Bella, and this would be Carol as B. But now put your friends in the best place, where they should sit next to each other. Do you understand?
Mindy's got to sit
And
there.
you decide, so who are your friends? Oh, so you have here John Plagens, you can show, okay. Anthony here, and Ted, and
I think so.
John Mayo, okay. Where should they sit? Where's Anthony, where's John, and where should they sit? This is okay, I see that you have this. And this is
Okay.
where you want.
Mindy is a big talker.
So tell them, where would you sit them?
So they would probably do well together.
She's tired, her English is good.
I
and
put
she
myself
is
in the head of
So
it.
sweet.
Okay.
Did you put, where
You
you
have names?
Maybe you go down there.
Lisa's a pastor.
This is you, this is the 2 of you.
So I'll put K at the
So
bottom.
I think that
So
Meg
K,
is the big talker.
Okay, that was best.
tell me something about your friends.
Greg and Mindy.
So this is very. No, so John and John, please. Should they sit together?
Lisa should sit next to
No,
me.
but this is, but yeah, so A's for Ed, very B.
Catty corner for Mindy. Okay. Catty corner for Mindy.
Here's
Okay,
H,
so
just the
Lisa
opposite.
should
These
sit across.
are
These
yours.
sit across from Cheryl.
These are very
Cheryl's
yours.
a pastor's daughter.
And remember,
These are very yours. How should they sit?
listen to someone who's out.
A, you are Ed.
Okay.
You are
And Sue is
Like
next
each other,
to
James.
her.
One has to listen. Okay.
Even though they're not alike, but they're honest.
Very B.
A,
Where would you put A?
And Sue.
You want to
Sue.
put put Marty here.
Okay, so, yeah, so all 3 of these
Yeah.
were very
Okay,
complimentary.
again, you know, I could go on a long time, but I don't want to keep it late for lunch, and our time is up until 15, I know that. Okay, but please take these copies, because this is a real, I mean, you're thinking of real people. You're not
Where
imagining.
did you get these?
These are from an old book somewhere. If you want to have the copies like that, you're welcome even just to take, if you want to take, whatever you want.
These
Yeah.
would be
Okay?
very helpful in the
Yeah.
classroom.
Would be.
Okay, this is a fun exercise to plan a dinner party and to describe people using community. He's like this and she likes that.
This worked out great because they were similar.
That's cool, yeah.
We would go well with Marty then.
Great, you guys are good matchmakers.
That was fun.
Anyway, yeah, there are more communication strategies, but these are just some very good sheets to look at, and you can use these anytime. I often teach them at the beginning of a class, so that anytime in class when somebody doesn't understand, I use a communication strategy
And where
to
can,
explain.